for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize, it's really time. Yeah. Thomas Jackson. Yeah. Bounce. Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going into what will be our third game of today. After the last one went fairly long, it's got to have taken a bit of win not only out of me, but out of iGame, who now go on to Inferno, as they look to take on the guys from Bulgaria, the ex-Outlaws, the TBA, and it's a little yeah, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure there must be one. And if you are there, make sure you go to my DMs. No, I'm all you lads can hit up my DMs too. I'm not fussy. But okay, interesting way to start the stream or start this match. But yeah, the ex-Outlaws guys, of course, losing not only their organization but probably their best player as well, the young 17-year-old wonder kid, Cirque or Surya, depending on how you pronounce it. And yeah, we'll see how that affects them so far. On Inferno. Pretty sure we saw them on Inferno. It seems like such a long time ago. Previous results. Let's have a little look. They played against Binary Dragons and won 16-13. So pretty good result for them. We'll see if they can do the same versus iGame, who just lost 22-20. So that I have to say that although I don't like talking about teams sort of being demoralized or sort of problems or like just being a little bit unhappy, that's got to be a kick in the teeth. You lose such a close game and then you have to go and play another one straight away on a different map. So hopefully they've reset. Hopefully we'll see the best of what iGame have to offer. And then we should have a pretty good game. Either way, Spallan, a couple of flashbangs and a kit. Quite a bit of utility in for B-side as well. They're going to be looking to try and challenge Banana very early on in this game. Trying to fight onto Ships, who's already down to 24 HP. And actually, he's hit another dink as well. Yuho starting this one off strong. Way. Nobody fallen as of yet. Everybody's still standing, although some of them with half of their face missing. But it is actually going to be NK. Gets one on the site, sat towards the back. What can he do? Can he defend anymore? Still actually gets a second as well. Not bad from him. Otton. It's disgusting. Kill him, please. There we go. He hits the headshot on the reload. That was the problem. It was that magazine that wasn't actually hitting shots. It wasn't him. Either way. 2 versus 3. Couple of low players as well. Spallan. Close, but not quite. Support as well. Both players low, but it doesn't seem to matter. X7 now the only one left. And Nikki from behind. There's nothing you can do when they come for you. Outlaws, Outlaws. What you gonna do? 1-0. They will take the first round. Bomb plant still for the T side. It looked very good. It looked promising. At least the way things were going. Actually, oh, they're going to risk it. Okay. iGame feeling a little bit confident in these early rounds. They want to deny all of that utility, try and hurt them early on. But we've already got rifle number 1, rifle number 2, and then 3 players with SMGs and a lot of nades. So we'll see if this actually works out. Head armor had to been skimped on a couple of players as well, on both sides. likely to affect T side a little bit more. They don't quite have the range weaponry that we see over on the other side. As said, quite a risky buy going for this. Already, Rocking is going to start things off. Sprays through. The rest of the team are actually going to go rushing in, and Basic has already opened up. It is going to be a couple of trades back to leave it into a 3 versus 3. Thor got himself the rifle as well. So pretty much on a level playing field, apart from the fact that Yuho currently sits on 8 HP. Molotov going to be bounced into the site. Pretty close to catching out Yuho, but he is going to survive at least for now. And Otten and Saw have just crushed this round. iGame's Force Spy works out wonderfully. And the ex-Outlaws side are going to have to try and go for pistols themselves. They will force. Imagine every single player investing all they have. There'll be 3 rifles and a couple of SMGs. No, that's the drops total. It's not over that one drop. BT side playing quite passive angles, waiting for the push to be coming in. "55 seconds left on the clock, and now they're going to push in, and actually, the pistols are doing the work. Bomb dropped. Otten actually going to get 2 through the smoke! Ridiculous from him. Turn this round back. The problem is they still have to retrieve the bomb. Full rotation in. Boost's going to be coming over the smoke. They have to be careful about it. Rifle is going to be retrieved. And now they've been spotted. Otten gets another, using the smokes to his advantage. Actually going to run through. He should have expected there to be a player there. How's he boosting if there's not a player below him? Either way, it's still going to come down to a 2v2. Make that a 2v1. It's all... Oh, 1v1, sorry. As it's all on to Basic versus Ships. And Ships finish it off. Just has to hit the head. Yes, he can. CT side turn things back around. AK going to be saved. And iGame don't manage to convert.
Counter-terrorists win.
We are still going to see investment, though, from the T side. They do get a bomb plant. It had a little bit of money spare, so that will enable them to get 3 AKs and still have some pistols with utility. Yet to see the end to this Force Spy war, and with only 1 player surviving in the last round, it's understandable that they are going to risk things. Aggression coming out from the CTs, and actually they will get caught, or at least one of them. Spallan able to trade from the initial kill that came in onto Ships. But every time a player is dropped over on that T side, that just means another can retrieve the rifle. So a trade actually works out quite nicely. T side still just waiting around Banana. They do have a lurk player in the form of X7. He's just going to be waiting patiently. He's 40 seconds left on the clock. 2-2 split for the CT side, so A site is probably the more vulnerable of the two at the moment, as you normally have two players over towards B. 30 seconds left. It has to be a B hit now from the T side. They've left things so late that still could be possible for the CTs to hold on to things. Looking pretty even. That's a lovely flash through. Spallan on the side, though. What can he do? Finds himself one. He's got two players pushing into his position. Gets the second as well. Looking to try and get the all three, but can't quite do it. However, with the bomb being planted, the spray comes through. Ottend is going to be left alone. Has to try and fight back, and Rocking will deny it. He goes down. Bomb is planted. Only two players survive. But the likelihood is we're not going to see a buy. Surely we're not going to see a buy, as iGame need to make sure they have everything for the next one. CT side should comfortably be able to invest. And they don't even have enough for an AK, so it's not really worth it. It is just going to be an eco. Few P250s, one flashbang, and a trusty old Glock. You hope. Leading the charge. A lot of the nades have already, well, the early nades have been expended, so you can see the patience out from the T side as they now look to fan out across the map. Shouldn't really be doing any real damage. A player or two dropped. Maybe. Anything more than that, and you have to worry for the Bulgarian side. There we go. Smoke gonna go down. The rush attempted. Molotov slowing them even more. They do actually get a kill. It's all going to be onto ships. Now, if they can kill him, then that is a bomb plant. It's going to be easier said than done. Although, actually, there's X7. The problem is, last man has already rotated in the form of Nicky. Looking to try and deny any plant. But actually, X7 wins another duel. Turning it into a 1v2. This shouldn't at all be possible, but he's made it look it. Crossing's going to be very difficult, though. Flashbang. Yeah, not going to do anything. Rocking will decapitate him, but a lot of very close rounds, meaning the CT side still haven't built up anywhere near enough cash to be proud of. It's going to be a 4-1 scoreline now, with a full buy coming in for the Ts. Early nades. Three players actually over towards Banana as well for the CT side. Looking like they're going to go for something a little bit more aggressive. But Saw already nets himself the first kill. May not expect there to be a couple more on the other side of the wall. Nade. A little bit of damage done. The retreat may just be a bit of a gamble to try and bait them into the position of ships. Who is just sat behind the sandbags. He's, however, looking like they may just try and rotate off. They've got that man advantage. They don't really need to do anything risky. Ottend is already going to be finding another entry over onto that A side of the map. Another comes in. Basic is dunked out by the nade afterwards, but it still leaves them with a two-man pushing into this site, and only one man left to defend it. And K gets completely overwhelmed. Only ships remains, and he's just going to opt to try and save his rifle. No point going over aggressive in this situation. The CT side don't really have the cash either way. Rocking has enough, but the rest of the team are going to be struggling to have any sort of buy, and you never know, they may just opt to save. Likelihood is they are going to risk it and try and do some damage, and then go for the ecos when they have a bit more loss bonus to build up behind them. But this is a good point now for iGame to actually get themselves right back into the game and have a much more promising start than what we've sort of seen so far. Although it does have to be said, a lot of the rounds have been very close indeed. They are going to risk it. CT side investing into a few rifles, or a couple of rifles. Got themselves those as well. SMG onto NK. Definitely not the buy they were hoping for. They can somehow steal away the round. Yeah, the T's aren't going to be in a great position. The problem is it's much more likely that they'll be the ones coming out on the wrong end of that economic struggle. Yuho. Second man in. Flashbangs just to slow them down. Not going to be anything too problematic just yet. Little crossfire on short as well from a couple of the CTs, but look at where the pistols actually sit. One on arch side. Oh, and here, well, looking like we may have caught Nicky at the same time. I think he just realised it's still smoked. Gonna try and get close. Molotov's clearing a lot of the close angles, but they don't clear out Nicky. Easy frag for him. Actually gets a second as well and picks up an AK. He's gone huge in this round. Smoke goes down meanwhile on B to buy even more time. Only 30 seconds left, and Ships peeks out. The saved M4 doing work. The 5-7 there to support as well. And the rotation from the man who started it all. Yeah, Tom does have a cold. I have to mute myself because I'm like coughing quite a lot, but soldier on. Just like Nicky, even in a detrimental position, he comes out on top. T side now. They are going to gamble back in. T's getting 4 rifles, so it's not too bad. Already finds the first, but easy trade. No problems for Nicky there with the AWP. Basic will find another, but it's still just going back and forward with the 3v3. This AWP X7 is already in the pit. I don't think Nicky knows it. And he's actually going to go down through the smoke as well. The T's looking to break straight back onto this CT side. X7 unable to control the spray, but Ottend is there as well. Ships all that remains of this defense. And, well, he's got a lot to do. Actually hits 2. That was very close indeed. But it isn't going to happen for the CT side. Once again, they have the decision of whether or not to force. Pretty sure they're not throwing, but okay. CT side. Pistols and a UMP. Not ideal. Balan and Ships here. A lot of players gathering up onto Banana. In fact, every single member of the T side is going to be bombarding this B site soon. Smoke's going to fall in. Flashbangs leaving both players completely blind. Ships looking to push through, and he still gets himself a double. Running through smokes again. And it is only going to be one man to try and hold on. Basic down to 46 HP. A bomb plant really needs to come in just to make sure they'll have something into the next round. It just isn't going well versus this B side, and Nicky just runs around the corner and decapitates him at the end. What a ridiculous round from the Pistols. Ship's doing great work at shutting down this push. A little bit of over-aggression from iGame. I think they should have just played it a little bit more calm. Made sure that, well, knowing they had the advantage, they didn't just risk it all side of a smoke. Coming in T-side, they've gone for an investment once again. The trade will come out. Still going the way of the CT side, however. They keep managing to just stabilize the economy off the basis of these pistol wins. And they'll clean this one up fairly comfortable as well. 7-3. Honestly, I don't know about the stream bonus stuff. That's why I don't answer the questions. Because I don't know. Straight up eco. One P250 is all that is available for iGame. Brentsk, the irony of that question is unbelievable. Nicky, already going to be opening up. This should be a clean round, really, for the CT side. Nicky with the chance to crush the remaining players. Is it going to be the ace? Yes. No, it's not! Rooking stole it! Oh, what a steward of bars. I wonder if anybody actually gets that joke. Who made it? Hellcase, I guess. I genuinely have no idea. I think you just click the link and then it tells you what to do. Eight to 3. It's going to be coming down very aggressive from the CT side. They're now looking to take the fight to their opponents. Ships will already find another one as well. Going to use the Molotov. They're going to come pushing through it and just hand him the bomb. It'll be 9 to 3 now. Looking good for the ex-Outlaws side. They having a strong CT half. And only individual rounds able to be won by this T side. iGame really struggling again. The early game just doesn't seem to work for them too well. again. Only pistols. Looking like they're about to waterfall out of the balcony. Nicky's going to be up close with an AK as well. Oh no, wait, never mind, not Nicky. NK. He's actually going to fall back. Yuho will be able to capitalize on this. And actually, the pistols are doing very, very well. Only Rocking left on the site. He's going to be dinked out. Surely this isn't going to be the round that actually gets won. Okay, maybe it is. Ships, not even going to bother. A round one based off just pistols seems to be a big thing with this T side. Able to just squeeze rounds away. The CT's in fact doing it as well. But a very good round coming out from iGame with very little invested.
Terrorists win.
Finally, we now have the T's on a decent buy. A lot picked up in the previous round, so they have got a nice boost to their economy. Something they've needed, and still have a chance to get themselves a 9-6. The way that things have gone so far, they haven't managed to string more than a single round so far. CT side, just playing the sort of classic positions. They've got the AWP over towards B and A, in fact. Not really seen the AWP too much for this team, but they've switched it up to a double AWP. Minute left on the clock. Bomb seems to be edging its way towards that A site, at least for now. Nicky gonna be trying to deny them at least the early pushes through. These are going to be making their way out middle. Push comes in. Nade doesn't do too much damage, but there's not a lot of time left. That's the big problem at the moment. And now, maybe an extra nade thrown out as well to make things even more difficult for this T side. AWP still posted up around the arch side, but completely smoked off will be Nicky. He's going to try and back around. There's only 22 seconds left. The bomb's actually going over towards this B side of the map. Ships is going to be waiting, holds them through the smoke. And this is, again, it's a late round attempt coming out from iGame, but surely there's not going to be time. All they need to do is hold on. Basic will be able to get one. He has to go for the bomb plant. He has no choice. And Spallan, well, the bomb goes down, but he's still going to deny anything in this situation. 10-4, Ex-Outlaws win themselves another round, but it will be enough money for a purchase to come back in for the T side. Once again, double AWPs remain for the CT side. He seem to be looking to head towards that A site. They have had more success there, and with the timing being a big factor in the last round, a lot of teams will now go for a much faster pace strategy, just because they don't want it to happen again. Rocking retreats back to the site. We have seen a little bit of trouble come in from Pit. Spot gonna come down. Yuho on just 1 HP. A singular bullet enough, and it will finish him off. Here comes the spray down. Rocking. He gets himself a couple. Leaves it all onto one. Basic And it falls as well. 11-4. Ex-Outlaws with a very good CT half. A few sketchy rounds in the middle and some that had to be won by pistols alone. But it is going to be enough. 11-4. Winning the pistol could pretty much close this one out. Does, however, mean there's still a chance for iGame. Decent amount of utility picked up by Saw. Yuho looking for the peaks down mid. Can't find anything just yet. Push going to be coming in towards the Apps position. 3 players making their way through. Still have 1 holding in middle as well. Actually a bit of a gamble coming in from the CT side as well, as Saw's pretty much rotated in towards this A side of the map. They've got a 3-man crossfire aimed towards short and balcony position. But actually we're going to see a rotation all the way back round the spawn. Interesting stuff. Not sure what prompted it. Now Basic is going to have a lot of people watching his position. They did show themselves over towards Apps, so maybe they were a little bit worried. Rotation already going to be pulled in. But again, the T's are going to slow themselves down. Seem to be playing a lot of mind games at the moment. Almost trying to bait the rotation back, and that's exactly what they've done. Now the smoke will come in. No rotation as of yet. It's only going to be the 2 players here. Saw left completely blind. What can Basic do? He spots out the players, hits 1, finally, but now the push is going to be coming in onto the site. They're trying to get up close, and they will do just that. Otten has managed to keep the man advantage going at least. Bomb is going to be planted. But it's going to be a 4v3 retake. Definitely possible. What can Ships do? He gets the first, but again, it's only a trade. Somebody needs to double down. Nicky has no armor as well, so he's not really in a good position for trading. There's also a kit for the CTs to play with no smoke. They can't just go for the defuse. They have to clear out these remaining players if they're going to have any chance. But here they go. Pincering in. Spallan does manage to get 1. Nicky going to be peeking round, gets the other. And somehow the T's have made it work. A 2v3. 3v4. But Outlaws take the pistol more importantly. And now the CT side, they're going to have to risk it, surely. They're going to have to go for something here to try and fight back. We can stack over towards the A site, although it's been severely reduced already as Yuho loses his head. Only 1 man going to be here. Basic with a little bit of utility, so he's using it to try and just deny the push. A little bit of a spray coming through. Not finding anything as of yet. He's definitely looking to try and play this one nice and slow. CT's all playing onto the left side of the site now, so realistically, a wrap could come around. Bomb slowly making his way up. Banana does suggest that we are going to be seeing an A site hit. Smoke now going to be thrown in. Basic up above. What can he do? Absolutely nothing. And the remaining players, from my perspective, save what you got. You're not going to have a chance in a 5v3 retake. No point there. So they will just hold on to the remaining pistols. It's not looking good for iGame. 13-4. We did see them turn around a 13-2, bring it back to 15-15. But it is a different map, and they don't quite have the same amount of, well, boost at the start. They didn't win the pistol. They didn't manage to hold on to a lot of the money that they would have got. Instead, they're now going to be left fighting with next to nothing in the next round as well.
Terrorists win.
Here we go, though. Save weapons, give them a little bit more to go with in this round. Unlikely they were going to have any chance retaking anyway. Might as well keep them and try and do a little bit of extra damage in this one. Maybe pick up a rifle. We'll see. This time they are going to try and stack the B site. And here comes the push-in. The aggression is being slaughtered. Only one man survives. Saw does dunk one out of the round. Smoke is going to fall, but... oh, this is just cruel. Ex-Outlaws playing the rotations very well. And again... just simple stuff. Losing, you get $1,400 initially, and then every round onwards you get plus $500 up until the point where you hit 300-400, and then that's the bonus. So, for example, the last round, they got 1,900. This round, they get 2,400. Next round, they get 2,900. And then they'll get 3,400. And then if they win one and lose one, then they get the 1,400 again. Here we go. Possibly the one and only purchase from the CT side. They've got some smokes, they've got no kits, they've got no incendiaries. Alright, look at the chat at the moment. It looks like they got no fans either. We need someone to be supporting the iGame side at the moment. It isn't going very well at all. Push going to be coming into app. Still some SMGs in play for this T side. Flashbang going to be going over. Completely blind left is one, but it's still going to be the TT side coming out on top. Spallan throws the smoke down as they look to try and retreat. Not looking like this will be the round where they go to close it. They've got a couple of rifles in play. Rotation already in. Gotta be careful. Saw is actually... oh, this is a dirty position. Nicky gonna check it? I'd be very impressed. Not something you'd check too often. Nicky... oh, he actually gets both! That's very impressive indeed. Double kill. Leaving it all onto a 3v3. Molotov out. X7 is low, but they still manage to turn things around. It is going to be a couple of players very low on the side. They have to be careful trying to hold the cross. Spallan doing his best to get back in, but it's not going to happen. Jesus, Nicky brings it back for a second, but it's not happening this time. Still, a couple of rebuys will be needed. The T's are going to invest a lot of what they've got. Still 14-5. Still such an advantage. Here we go, though. A little bit of aggression from the CT side. Not going to net them anything early on. B side. Going to be making their way up banana. Looking to challenge onto this B site once again. One man left behind in Spallan to try and settle the fake, to try and drag players over to this side of the map. And already is so successful. Look at the rotation. Saw's going to go scurrying. And now, well, nothing being seen, but he might be a little bit too late to the party. That could be a problem. He's actually going to go just barreling through the smoke. The Molotov at least gets one, and he gets the second as well. Nice work from Saw. And this may have just been enough to save the round. Sprayed through the smoke. Basic. It's going to catch another low. Surely this is a round going the way of the CT side. They have a massive advantage going back into this site. They still have an incendiary to try and hold players back as well. All they have to do is play this as a team. On Nuke, their retakes were very impressive. How about Inferno? Nice shot from Rocking, but he can only get one. Already, we'll see the loss of another. As Spallan is the only one left, and he can't do anything about it either. 14-6. It'll be pretty close, but it doesn't matter in the end. They play it off time. 4 will survive. The AKs are retrieved. But by the looks of things, there's still going to be a buy coming back against them. However, iGame may have just given themselves a bit of a lifeline. B-side still left with a Tech 9, so it isn't the ideal, but they're going to go pushing through. There's actually only 2 players here at the moment. The rotation is coming back in. Otten spots one. He's a little bit late. It's the man on site who has to do the work, and Yuho is doing just that. Nicky able to trade one and a second as well. Again, this man steps up, but they've got to deal with the man in pit first. Spallan will do just that, but it's a loss of a teammate. Makes it a bit more difficult, but Ships is ready and waiting. Saw. Now the only one left to try and save this. A very intriguing plant. Ships, I don't know why he's planted it here. Such an open position, but he's lucky the Saw doesn't quite pre-fire the angle. A secondary smoke will buy even more time. Saw is just trying to find an angle around the side of the smoke. Bomb inevitably is going to be going off, and the saved weapon could actually help them quite a bit in terms of getting a buy. However, ex-Outlaws, they are going to be hitting that wonderful 15th round. They need just one to take this. And the CTs save themselves. They've got Ottend on the AWP. That's something at least, and it means they can gamble a little bit more over towards the A side of the map. Gonna rely a lot on him in this round. Doesn't have any utility to play with, so that'll make things quite a bit more difficult for him. Or he actually has a smoke and a flashbang, but it's X7 who has nothing. Ottend actually misses the shot, so now they are going to have to rotate a player back. They go for a wallbang. Nade is going to dunk straight onto him. That's him down to just 48 HP. Smoke down over towards the A side of the map. Back to a more standard split. Smoke's going to be falling. Can they defend the side? They've still got the AWP at the back. Ottend with a nice shot to open. Actually gets a second as well. He's doing work, but he will eventually be traded out. Yuho is spotted as well, but they're not going to finish him off. Re-smoke coming in. Ships actually goes crossing. Got to be careful. Can he deny the plant? No, he can't. And Yuho may go down in the meantime. He actually finishes off one more. Once again, 3v2. Man advantage for the CT side. They have a couple of kits as well. Low player in Yuho could be the problem, though. Got an incendiary as well. Thrown a little bit too deep, however. And Spallan can now just look to hide back. They're clearing the site. They don't know that they're both over this side. Spallan actually wide peeks. Look to try and hide back in. Ships will finish off one. Yuho, he has to get this kill. Saw tapping the bomb. Is going to go for it. I don't think he has it. That's the game. Bomb goes off. It will be the victory for Ex-Outlaws as they win 16-6. One of the more convincing victories of tonight. There's still one more game to go. Pride versus EPG will be coming up after a short break. Make sure you don't go anywhere, as we'll be back in a moment.